There's some clumsiness involved at first and things like that. But you've
kind of like starting to drive a stick shift.
We're
kind of jerks and stalls.
Exactly. Oh, I didn't realize until just now how actually
didn't quite have the gas clutch combination figured out.
That's a difficult thing at first, getting that coordination down and all that. So you then become consciously aware of that you don't know, what you need to know to be good at something.
Yeah.
And then the next step is where you become consciously competent. So you now are aware. You have to think things through a little bit.
Right.
So it's that stage right before you get to unconscious competence. You and I, having driven our car since age 16, we don't have to think about that. We get in it. There's so many things during the day that we do in a state of unconscious competence where it's sort of a muscle memory sort of a situation. But the stage right before that is where you are becoming consciously competent. And so you do have to think a little bit more about the stages. Okay, now I need to push the clutch in, need to let it out slowly. I have to think through these steps.
Right.
I have to put it in the gear, the proper gear. I have to control several things all at once, and I have to be consciously aware that I'm doing that, or I will fail at it. I will make a mistake. Same thing in just about anything that requires any kind of skill like that, hand-eye coordination, shooting baskets, playing golf, any of those kind of things. The best golfers in the world probably do not have to think a whole lot about, I got to keep my legs bent, I got to keep my knees bent, I got to keep my, I got to keep my head down. They may indeed think of those things while they're practicing and all that, and just to reinforce that. But when they're out there doing their thing, that's probably the last thing they want to be thinking about is all the little teeny tiny steps to get out of their head. They've moved to a place called visualization of seeing that ball go in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So, safe to say, just seek out training, seek out experiences that will highlight.
Come see us.
Yeah, come see us. Of course, we're very prejudiced.
We're a little biased about our training.
Yeah, we know what we do, and we know we do it well. And there's certified and qualified instructors all over the country. But train, right?
Get trained. Go somewhere where someone knows what they're doing, is very qualified at how to train and teach you. These people are the ones that are unconsciously competent, but they've also tied a piece to this called learning how to teach it.
Yeah.
So when you have to learn how to teach something, you never learned anything better in your life. And a lot of folks who have reached the unconscious competency stage find that sometimes difficult. So you have to add in a piece called, okay, how do I do this?
Right. Some people just cannot download that information.
That's accurate.
They could do it without thinking. They're masterful at it, but they just cannot deliver it.
It's hard to teach it. They getting themselves back into their head a bit and finding out ways to get that information across to another human being. That's tough for them. So we got the folks that can do that. Find someone. It doesn't have to be us, but find somebody that can do that with you and for you. And practice. Go to the gun range. I'm in the gun range twice a week, and
we'll talk later on about fight or flight and the difference between being on the range and being in scenario training, and the need to do both.
You need to do both. You do the gun range. You come out and practice.
Because that is one thing we see a lot is people go to the range and they think they're training, but they don't realize they're nowhere near the amygdala portion of the whole thing. They're not in fight or flight,
right.
Which is I would venture to say 100% probability in an actual attack kind of situation.
Guaranteed, your body is going to. That's not a negotiable thing with your body and your brain. It's going to do it, and there's nothing you can do about it to get you in that state. That adrenaline, norepinephrine, all those chemicals run through your bloodstream, and here you go. Yeah. And absolutely, the kind of training we provide here, as opposed to just a gun range, is the kind of training that will put you in a situation like that to help prepare you much better for the real thing, the real deal when it goes down.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
No question.
Well, we've covered a lot today, bud. Hopefully it was valuable to all of you that are listening. Dr. Michael White, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. What a fun time this was.
Your ability to download what you've got upstairs, it's amazing. We're all much better off as a result of having you on our side and willing to educate us. For those of you listening at home, on your way to work, and at the office, wherever you might be, we appreciate you as well. If you're part of this fight of ending violence, of protecting yourself and your family, make sure to continue to follow us. Like our Facebook page, fmtwarrior.com is our website. If you type in Forward Movement Training on the interwebs, you'll find us there. But we've got an Instagram. Just follow us. Show us your support. We appreciate each and every one of you, and you tuning in today. Look for more episodes in the future with Dr. Michael White and other experts in the industry. And from those of us at Forward Movement Training, stay safe. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.